What's up, guys? Jacoby White here, and I'm back with another video, guys. And today we're talking about Arrow Season 5, Episode 5. Let's jump right into it, guys. This episode was fantastic. Best episode of this season. Best episode of last season. Might be almost better than any episode in Season 3. Guys, this was fantastic. I felt like I was watching a Season 1, Season 2 episode, which is a good thing, guys. Which is a good thing. So, guys, this episode was so good. We got a lot of Prometheus, and Prometheus is a freaking badass. He looks sick, and I'm pumped till we get the reveal and everything Prometheus. We get Tobias Church, who was his best episode, I think. This was episode 1. It was great. We also got to see the team all working together. We got to see Christopher Chance, the human target, who also played Officer Simpson and Jessica Jones. If anybody thought the guy looked a little familiar. So yeah, Jessica Jones review coming soon. But yeah. So yeah, that was awesome. Also, guys, we got to see a couple of other really cool stuff in the episode. We got to see Renee being tortured. We got to see the new Spartan suit. We got to see Diggle come back. Come on. Who did not want to see John Diggle come back? Be honest. Be honest. We all wanted to see John Diggle come back. Every single person wanted to see John Diggle come back. Yeah. So, guys, this episode was awesome. And I'll see you guys in a second with my positives and negatives. Let's go. Oliver Queen. Alright, guys, we're back at positive and negative time. Also, guys, I want to mention we got to see flashbacks connect the current day without Oliver. Way to go, show. Also, guys, we got to see a couple predictions come true. We got to see an awesome final fight, and we got to see a cool relationships forming and everything. So let's just talk about some of the boringer stuff that we saw in this episode. Let me just move the camera over a little bit. Alright, so some of the more boring stuff that we've seen in this episode was kind of the relationship stuff, and it's a lot better than Season 4, because that was bad. But, guys, we get to see the Home Alone Felicity thing, and it's going to stay like that for a couple episodes at least. We got the Oliver Possible with Susan Williams, the news reporter. Maybe. He'll probably wind up dating her. Not going to be a long-term thing, I don't think. But, yeah, so I'm not sure about that. And also, guys, I just want to talk about a little bit with Christopher Chance. So, Christopher Chance, the human target. And I thought that was awesome when he took over Oliver. I honestly didn't know. I thought Oliver might have got shot. I knew when he got shot and he got a couple times. I'm not human target. It was kind of cool that he basically took him over for the whole day. I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, I really liked how he took aggression with Theo when they went and nailed that, guy and everything. I thought that scene was also pretty freaking cool, guys. And then, Renee was actually pretty cool in this episode. I'm playing with a bow right now. I don't know why. Well, we could be reviewing Arrow, so it's fine. We got to see Renee in this episode. We got to learn a little bit more about his backstory, which I thought was cool because we learned that he was, kicked out of the military dishonorably. So we learned that it was actually for a decent reason, though. He lost it, but he didn't do something really stupid. He did something stupid, but he wasn't an idiot, kind of. Christopher Chance was awesome. We see him in the flashbacks, and so far it's kind of been like this for all the past 3 seasons, where we've got introduced to a new character. On the 5th episode, last year, we got introduced to Constantine. Season 3, we got introduced to, I don't remember. It might have been Ray or somebody. I forgot. It might have been Roz. Something like that. We got introduced to a new character. And then Season 2, we got introduced to, newer characters. And to the League in Season 2, Episode 5. And we got introduced to Slade in Season 1. So, if you guys ever remember for Season 6, if there is a Season 6, which I really hope there is based off this episode, probably can hopefully see another character will appear in the flashbacks. Alright, guys, let's talk about the flashbacks. Weren't as good as last week, but they tied in perfectly at the end. I really did enjoy the prison scene last week. Thought that was an A++++. But, guys, this week, it was pretty cool as well. We got to see characters interact with each other. We got to learn how, the Prophet doesn't, really trust Oliver and doesn't consider him a brother. And totally is basically taking him under the wing. We got to see Christopher Chance save his ass, which was really cool. And yeah. Alright, guys, so we're going to talk about the final fight, which I thought was pretty cool. We got to see all of Team Arrow. We got to see Diggle back in action. Spartan was kicking ass, as Evelyn Sharp said. Artemis. Her and Mr. Terrific, and yeah, so her and Curtis really didn't do much. Wild Dog kind of had that cool 30-second fight with Tobias Church rematch, And then we had Oliver versus Tobias Church, which was pretty freaking cool. One thing I didn't really dislike, was that kind of the guy that Tobias Church hired. He was cool looking and everything. We got no story about his character, so that was kind of disappointing. Yeah. So, let's talk about the final fight with Oliver. He takes down Church, and yeah, it was kind of a cool fight. We all knew Church was going down. It was, like, long enough where Oliver's not going to lose to Tobias Church again. And basically, yeah. So, also, guys, we learned at the end of this episode that Christopher Chance is known. He's not, like, a nobody. Kind of like Constantine. Nobody really knows who he is. So, apparently, he's being followed in Russia. And Oliver Queen a picture of Oliver was snapped back 5 years ago in Russia. So, guys, what that means, if you're not really sure, Oliver Queen, when he came back from Season 1, said he's on the island for the 5 years, but we all know that's bull. So now, Susan Williams has evidence that he was in Russia, probably in 2011, so about a year before. So, guys, I have a theory, I'm just going to say it now, no need to make a whole video, that Oliver really doesn't go back to the island. He only stages that he goes back there for a little bit, and he only stages the fact that he's been there, so it looks like he's getting rescued on the island. So that would make the most sense, because he wants to become an Arrow, he wants to become the Vigilante, the Hood. So if he said he was doing Spec Ops missions, everybody would know he would be the Arrow. So yeah, so I could think that's similar to I think Barry Allen, the lightning bolt that hit him is actually Barry Allen, because if you guys know in the Flash, all that water stuff rise when we get the Speedster, and there was no Speedster in that room at the time. Barry wasn't Flash yet, so that would make sense. So, guys, we need to freaking talk about the ending, because this was the best ending to an Arrow episode of all time, in my opinion. That final scene was freaking fantastic. So basically, we get to see Tobias Church in lockup. He's in an armored vehicle with a couple cop cars around him, and they're sending him to Iron Heights. Why is he going to Iron Heights? Because every single person goes to Iron Heights. He'll be put in probably some cell that nobody will ever see him at. But yeah, everybody goes to Iron Heights, you know. The Green Arrow goes to Iron Heights. The Arrow goes to Iron Heights. Henry Allen goes to Iron Heights. Everybody, Metas go to Iron Heights, you know. Yeah, basically, yeah. Roy went to Iron Heights, and he took the place as the Arrow. But, like I was saying, the ending was awesome, and all of a sudden, we see Church we actually see Church start, a new emotion we haven't seen him in. So it's we see him scared, which is something we haven't seen him all season long, because he's scared Prometheus is coming, and the guard's hey, shut up, kind of be yeah, okay, whatever. You're a criminal, and screw you, and basically, yeah. So then all of a sudden we see a cop car just go, Prometheus probably just boop, and a cop car window goes flying up, they all get out. And then the way this was shot, and the voices and the sounds, whoever wrote that scene and executed that scene, dude, I gotta give you a thumbs up, and I want to give you a pat on the back. That was fantastic. The ending scene in Arrow, episode 5 of season 5, is the best ending to a CW show this year. This was the best episode this season of any show in the CW. It's up there. So far my favorite episodes, I really like The Flash, episode 4. I really like Legends, episode 3. And Supergirl episode 1. But this beats them all. Arrow is fantastic this season, and how can I leave off the very ending where we just see Prometheus slaughter and kill every single guard that was with Church. It was a slaughter. The way that we see Church, the fear and emotion on his face was fantastic. We see the guard open the door, gets killed by Prometheus, and then we see Prometheus have a little bit of dialogue with Church, and he's like, Tobias Church thinks he's in the clear. It's yeah, I could give you the Green Arrow. I even know his name. It's Oliver Queen. He's yeah, I'm cool. And Prometheus, we all know Prometheus based off a backstory. We know he knows Oliver Queen is the Green Arrow. So it would make sense why he wouldn't be phased or be what? And he's we're cool. And Prometheus takes some sort of a version of the Batarang, some metal spike, and throws that at Tobias Church's neck. And he's yeah, we are. And he turns away and plays this awesome, Halloween spooky music. And, guys, I was right in my last episode when I predicted Church was going to get killed by Prometheus at the end of the episode. So I was correct. Thumbs up to me. Pat on the back. But it was kind of obvious, guys. I want to move on with the show. Tobias Strix was a fantastic mid-level villain. Kind of like how the villain played by Vinnie Jones, I forgot what his name was on the show in Season 3. He was in a little bit of in Season 4. How he basically had the same role as a really tough guy who was doing some bad stuff down by the docks and everything. But Tobias Strix was executed so much better. And guys, Prometheus looks fantastic. I'll be doing a trailer reaction to next week. Next week is all about Prometheus, guys. Hopefully we get a reveal of his, Sorry, guys, that video got cut out right there. I apologize. But, guys, like I was saying, Prometheus is awesome.